An apothecary. Interesting. A curious-looking building, to say the least. I believe that...
I must rest. Done.
Okay, a bunch of Harmonium officers.
All right.
More harlots, as if I needed to see any more of them.
All right.
Okay, okay. Where would I go to rest then? Actually, I probably just could go to that tomb area that I keep going to, but...
All right.
Your name is Diligence? I gotta see this. This old, stern-looking woman is clearly on her way somewhere. When she notices your approach, she studies you with a disapproving, tight-lipped frown. Greetings. The woman nods curtly, speaking in a tone cold as ice. Yes? What is it? And watch your words, for I am Diligence, 4th Magistrate of the Ward. Something troubling about my appearance? I should most certainly think so. Should the Apparel Regulations Act be passed, people of your sort won't be permitted to traipse about in such a manner, half-naked and filthy as you are. You're quick to judge one by their appearance, aren't you? You would tell me then that you are not a wanderer meandering about the city asking questions of all those you come across, engaging in more than the occasional combat to the death with those who cross you? Oh, well... The faintest hint of a sneer appears on her lips. I am quick to judge, sir, because I am a magistrate by trade. I will waste no more time with you. Should you say another word, or so much as approach me again, I shall call the guard. Now, away with you. No point arguing with her. This kind of person is not someone that you... Okay, you look familiar. This giant red man wears an equally immense suit of ornate red armor. He regards you cautiously, but without fear as you approach him. Greetings. A booming voice echoes from within his great helm. Greetings, citizen. I am Matter of Course, bodyguard to Diligence, 4th Magistrate of the Ward. You must excuse me, for my duties lie at her side. Farewell. Alright, let's not give any trouble. Oh, there's Namel. This tall, slender woman, sipping wine from a small ceramic cup, appears to be looking for someone. Her facial features are elegantly exotic, and the woman's ears, though partially covered by her long hair, can be seen to come to sharp points. Greetings. The woman turns to face you, violet eyes flashing like flawless chips of amethyst. Her speech is as music. You can hear a faint musical tinkling, 100 tiny crystal bells as she speaks. Each word lingers in your ears, as if they were unwilling to relinquish the exquisite sound. Namel turned to face this dour stranger. She asked what he wished of her. Wow. Pah! Anna sneers at Morty. Stop your drooling, you leering skull. My, what a hot-blooded little chit. Starved for attention? I could drool over you too if you're just jealous. Morty starts floating toward Anna, making wet slavering noises. Get Anna's breath closer, skull, and I'll see to it that not one of your chattering teeth lies within 100 paces of another. Morty stops abruptly, turning away while muttering unintelligibly. Oh, I love seeing in party banter. I love it. Are you looking for someone? Where could she be? Namel wondered. Her companion Aelwyn was supposed to have met her days ago. The woman sighs miserably. The air around her grows chill with her sadness. How long must she search this vast forgotten city before she finds her dearest friends? I could help you find your friend. What does she look like? Namel claps her hands together and bows her head to you. She would be so pleased to hear news of her friend. She told the kind stranger what Aelwyn looked like so that he would know her should he come across her. An image forms in your mind. A woman who resembles Namel, but with golden eyes and hair of fiery crimson. I'll return if I find her.
Updated
Farewell.
my journal.
I could have sworn I've seen in this character, though. Okay, apparently I haven't. Meanwhile... The woman smiles as she greets you, her beauty no less breathtaking than the first time you saw her. Namel held her breath as the stranger approached him. Has he found Aelwyn, she wondered. I was told you know the command word for this decanter. The woman makes no move to touch or examine the decanter, but only speaks. Namel took it from the stranger, turning it in her hands. Had she seen its like before, she thought? Perhaps. Yes, she remembered now. She returned the decanter, whispering into his ear as she did so.
Updated my journal.
You realize you know the word now. Nil Genosash. Though you're certain the Ow, it's me. Oh, it's... It's not actually her speaking. Okay. You realize you know the word now. Nilda no such. Though you're not certain the woman never whispered to you, but merely said she did. She blinks at you. Would the stranger leave her now, satisfied with what she had told him? Yes, I will. Farewell. Okay, I guess I owe her to go looking for Aelwyn then. Hopefully she's just somewhere else in the clerk's ward. Wait. Was she that jerk that I talked to? I don't think so, was she? Man, there are a ton of characters here. Oh dear, what is... There are way too many people around here. Way too many people. What is all this? I mean, I'm glad that they're keeping track, because it's hard to keep track of them all, but sheesh. Well, that's what a Godsman looks like. Oh dear. Well, I guess I'll go hunting around then. I'll see to Ignus, and then I will go on about my business. Where have I seen that name?
All right.
Oh, that's another way to under-sigil. That's why a Harmonium officer is there.
All right.
Okay. The search continues.
All right.
Here we are. I knew I saw that name somewhere. This tall, slender woman occasionally looks up from her cup of wine to scan the surrounding patrons and passers-by. Her facial features are elegantly exotic, and her eyes... Oh wait, this is the exact same line that I had from Nemel. Wonder why. She regards you carefully for a moment before replying. She speaks slowly and carefully, avoiding direct eye contact with you. I, Aelwyn, return your greetings. Aelwyn? Your friend Nemel is looking for you.
My journal.
She begins to smile, but then covers her mouth with her hand and looks down at her drink. I, Aelwyn, am most pleased to hear of Nemel. Might I, Aelwyn, persuade you to tell her of this place? Yes, I'll do that for you.
Updated my journal.
She looks at you directly, and for just the briefest of moments before she casts her eyes back down to her drink, your senses are awash with a warm, comfortable feeling. Pure happiness. I, Aelwyn, thank you. It's my pleasure. May I ask you about her, though? Aelwyn nods slowly. The way she speaks and what her words do. How? I, Aelwyn, can only say that we come from another place, another world. We are not like the people here, whose words, thoughts, very feelings even, affect nothing directly. Go on. I, Aelwyn, take great care so as to not affect those around me too greatly. Nemel, she is new here and cannot do so. It is something she must learn, should she choose to remain here much longer. But why? There are many reasons. I, Aelwyn, feel it is not right to impose reality upon those without the ability to impose their own reality upon me, Aelwyn. Is there anything you cannot do by simply speaking of it? She frowns. A strange, unpleasant feeling rises in the pit of your stomach. Please, I, Aelwyn, would speak of it no more. Alright. Just one other question. She looks at you directly, your face reflected into the glittering golden discs of her eyes. He would speak of it no more to Aelwyn, and thus would no longer force herself to speak in such a way to him. You find yourself unable to voice another question, your words catch in your throat as you try to ask. Fine then. Farewell.
I'm gone.
Okay, so where was she? Over here? Yes, this looks about right. I wonder why she'd be hesitant to say anything. I wonder if is she an outcast? I mean, that's what I would somewhat assume because I'm just used to this place being a city of outcasts. Yeah, well. The woman smiles as okay. Nemel held her breath as the stranger approached her. Had he found Aelwyn, she wondered. I found Aelwyn. She was looking for you too.
Updated my journal.
Nemel's lips form a perfect smile. An infectious happiness radiates from her, clinging to you like sweet-smelling warmth. Nemel was overjoyed to hear of her friend. Was Aelwyn close by? She was at another cafe east of here, across this part of the ward. Nemel thanked the man for his wondrous news. Soon she would go to visit her oldest friend, Aelwyn. Now, though, she would reward the stranger. No, that's alright. I need no reward. Nemel touches her index finger to her lips, making a faint hushing noise. She would draw the stranger close, laying her hand upon his chest and kissing the pale, leathery skin of his cheek. Life would flow into him, invigorating him. This, then, was to be his reward. Ah, increased hit points. As you wait, there is a light tingling sensation upon your cheek and chest. The feeling spreads across the whole of your body, and you begin to feel stronger, more animated. My thanks, Nimel.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Okay, so... Ah, I thought I heard Anna also speak, so her thief aspect is leveled up. Okay, I think. Oh, it was her fighter. Yep, it was fighter. I'm just blind. Now,
My blade has shifted.
Takon's weapon has changed. Actually, yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Okay, so let's take a look at it then. Zareth. So it's a different blade then, huh? I thought it looked different than it had. I don't know. I'll have to go looking at it later. Meanwhile, take some of these. I have a feeling you'll need them more than I will at this rate. Actually, Morty doesn't have much in his inventory. I'll have to dump stuff on him next. Okay, so now that that's been taken care of, let's go deal with Ignus, and then we'll go investigate the Clerk's Ward a little bit. Well, and then we'll go check at Civic Fest Hall for a little bit. Okay, so he was over at this portion of the hive, I want to say. Yes, here's the smoldering corpse.
Done.
And I know my party wants to rest a bunch, so I'll probably run by a place where I know I can rest before we head over to check on Civic Fest Hall.
All right, I'm gone.
Do I really want to do this, though? Okay, there's different music going on. Okay, I wonder if this decanter of endless water will do something. You tilt the decanter over the grill and begin to pour. A small stream of ice-blue water pours from the decanter and touches the flames of the grill with a violent hissing and a rush of steam. As if in response to the challenge, the decanter seems to lunge forward, falling onto the grill and shattering. By the hells! Hissing billows of steam and a furious crackling noise rushes from the grill, spilling over you and forcing you to cover your ears and turn away. There is a scream, a cackling, a terrible sound like 100 buildings burning, people screaming, their screams being cut short by the roar of flame and melting flesh. As you put your hands over your ears to block out the sound, you feel a stickiness on your hands, like hot cheese or candle wax. Your ears are bleeding from the sound. You draw your hands back and see them covered with chunks of melted flesh filled with bloody swirls. You are about to run from the bar, anything to get away from the sound, when suddenly all falls silent, except for a jagged crackling coming from the grill. You turn. On the grill lies the decanter of endless water, now nothing but shards and steam. Above it is the creature, flames still trailing from its body, floating over the bar's floor. It is staring at you, its eyes flickering like two torches. I know you. The creature's face splits, charred flesh peeling away from its jaws so that it might speak. Its voice crackles, burns, roars through the creature's chest, and with every word, flakes of cinder and ash spit from its mouth and drift into the air. You can barely stand to look at the thing. The blazing radiance surrounding it is terrible to behold. Ignus.
Dreams of flames.
The-
Till death comes for us both.
The creature floats toward you, the air bending from the thermals surrounding it. As if in response, flames curl within Ignus's throat, and a tongue of flame streams from behind his blackened teeth. I didn't want him as a party member! I just wanted to see what would happen! Let's see. As you approach the woman and to talk to her, Ignus's eyes flare up, and before you can stop him, he embraces her. She returns his embrace, losing herself in his flames. She does not cry out. Your last glimpse of her is burned into your memory. Her eyes are full of fiery passion and all-engulfing love. Nothing is left of her. Not even ashes. That was thorough, Ignus, and hasty. I wanted to speak with her. Okay, this is not what I expected, so what exactly are you? Okay, so you're a pure mage. And of course you have resistance to all the crap. Oh dear, what the hell have I gotten myself into? Well, you're chaotic neutral, so it's not anything different from Ana, I guess. You're not part of any particular faction. At the same time, most of us aren't part of a faction, apart from Ana being an indep. Okay, this was not what I expected at all. Ugh. This is gonna cause some interesting conversations. Now, let's go rest. Okay, when I was looking at this... You again! The woman turns to face you, her lips peeling back in a snarl. Okay, so... It looks like I have to actually go into that room and give him hell. That should be interesting. You see Death of Names. He is standing at the monument with the same crooked smile, his arms cradled against his side. Okay, so it looks like I can't pin anyone else in. Okay, might as well go investigate the Civic Fest Hall then.
All right.
Let's just look around real quick before I do anything. I'm not sure what they mean by sensate. This throne appears as old as the building itself. It looks unused, more a piece of artwork than a ruler's seating.
Done.
This is honestly not what I expected from the Civic Fest Hall. What exactly are the markings? Okay, this is just the foyer.
I'm gone.
This towering man's golden skin sparkles slightly, almost as if it were metallic. Whether it's his actual flesh or merely painted on, you cannot tell. He regards you coolly as you approach, giving a respectful bow as you draw near. Welcome to the Civic Fest Hall, traveler. We are Splinter, doorman to the Fest Hall and priest king of Ur. How may we help you? Despite his humble offer of aid, his voice is powerful and commanding, a deep and rumbling sound that resonates throughout the chamber. How can you help me? We do many things in this fine hall, traveler. We answer questions guests might have regarding it or its inhabitants. We direct both visitors and members of the Society of Sensation alike to the sensoriums or lecture halls. We also accept new members into the society. Lastly, it is through us that purchases from the Society's vaults are made, spells, items, and such. What lectures are there to attend? The Fest Hall's current speakers include Death's Advocate, who speaks of death and what follows it, Geisis the Crooked, who speaks of the Blood War, and Three Planes Aligned, who speaks of the power of alignment and belief. Assuming they are currently here and well, we could direct you to one of these lectures at any time. I'd like to attend Three Planes Aligned's lecture. Travel through the middle door onto the eastern wall, and the door beyond that as well. Continue straight down the hallway, and you'll find yourself in it, and enter the first door on the north side. I'm gonna forget that and need to look at it later, but... Okay, you know what? Let's take it one piece at a time. Middle door on eastern wall. Okay, so already wrong. Middle door on eastern wall.
Done. All right.
And then... And the door beyond that as well.
I'm gone.
Continue straight down the hallway and you'll find yourself in and enter the first door on the north side.
Done. I'm gone.
Here we are. Thin and sharp-featured, his yellow skin covered with tattoos, this man looks over the room and its inhabitants with cold black eyes. He appears to be giving a lecture. I am known as Three Planes Aligned, a Gitzerai scholar. If you are here for my lecture, it begins in a few moments. Morty sighs loudly. Come on, Chief, are we really gonna stay for this? Just be quiet for a bit, Morty. I want to listen for now. He speaks in a very low, somber tone. Today I shall speak of the power of alignment and belief, and how they shape the planes. First, I shall explain the concept of alignment. Alignment is a descriptor of one's beliefs, and how one acts upon those beliefs. At their core, all creatures predominantly behave in one of three ways, with good in their heart, with evil in their heart, or indifference or neutrality in their heart. They predominantly express each of these core behaviors in one of three different ways: in an ordered manner, in a chaotic manner, or in an indifferent, neutral manner. Thus, there are 9 core alignments that one is capable of. Okay, so it's still follow... so they really did take the alignment system in D&D to heart. Interesting. The 9 alignments, then, are blah 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 blah. Now I shall speak of the power of alignment and the beliefs it engenders, of how from them the very deities gain strength, and how belief can physically affect one's environment. A deity must have worshippers, for it is the faith of such subjects which gives them power. As converts are made and more come to believe in a god, the more power that god receives. Conversely, when no one believes in a deity, it withers and dies, joining the corpses of other gods that float on the astral plane. It is thus possible to slay a deity by simply forgetting about them. A much more striking example of the power of alignment and belief, however, can be seen within the sliding of gate towns. First, though, I would define gate towns. Gate towns are towns on the Outlands, the largely neutral area which Sigil spins over the center of. They are called gate towns because they are built around a permanent gate, or portal, to one of the outer planes. Each of these outer planes has its own alignment. The Abyss is chaotic and evil, Bator is lawful and evil, Mechanus is lawful neutral, Mount Celestia is lawful and good. The Outlands again are true neutral, leaning to neither law or chaos. Sliding occurs when there is a high concentration of belief in an area of differing belief. When this occurs, the area itself will move, or slide, to a plane that matches the new belief. Now, the gate towns usually have a strong belief that matches the outer plane beyond the portal, but the belief is not yet strong enough for the town to slide from the Outlands and into the outer plane. For example, the town of Ribcage borders the portal to the lawful evil plane of Bator. As expected, the residents of Ribcage are largely lawful evil residents, but the entire town's alignment and beliefs are not strong enough so that Ribcage will slide into Bator. For example, Ribcage might one day see the sudden rise of a lawful evil order of clerics, promoting their dark beliefs and converting many citizens to the worship of their lawful evil god. Do they mean or of? Were this to occur, there would be a good chance that the town would slide off the neutral Outlands, becoming part of the lawful evil plane of Bator. Whole layers of planes may move this way. Thus, many wars are wars of belief and faith by necessity. They are the tools by which territory is obtained and held. This, then, is the power of alignment and belief to shape the planes. This session has ended. May belief guide your actions and shape the planes to your will. Farewell, all of you. I hear magic. Looks like there's plenty to this,
All right.
though. Death's Advocate. Do I want to know how this turns out? Might as well investigate. I mean, what's the worst that can happen by just listening to this? Sigillians, welcome. Please take your seats and listen to the darks of which I speak. Darks, give me a break. We're not really gonna listen to this rattle trap, are we? Come on, let's go find some sensei chips that have never had the pleasurous sensation of tasting the fiery passions of a skull's lips. He waggles his eyebrow in anticipation. Quiet down, Morty. We're staying. For a while, at least. He begins speaking with a somber tone. Death. It is what awaits you in the end of life's journey. He coughs slightly, then raises his eyebrows dramatically, waving his hands at the same time. Death is not an end, but a beginning. Beginning of more suffering. For when you die, you shall not cease to exist, no, far from it. The outer planes shall welcome you to their breast. There, a new life, one such as you have never known, awaits you there. That's for sure. Look. Looks like we know where we both are going to end up when we die. He hunches over, his eyes dart back and forth. And perhaps you have lived a life of bloodthirsty evil, contemptuous of your fellow man, laying others low and doing as you please without a care for who or what you hurt. Then it is perhaps one of the lower planes. Okay, so I see where this is going. Yeah, I see where this is going. I've heard a bit of this repeat a little bit too much for my sake. Actually, yeah, my voice is starting to give out too. It might not be the worst idea to call it quits for the moment. So, what exactly is my alignment right now? Because I'm surprised it hasn't moved to one direction or... Huh, I went to neutral good. Huh. Well, I guess given the way I've been acting towards others, I shouldn't be surprised, but it did actually move. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Good to know that I can influence it one way or the other. I guess we'll I don't know, the way I've been acting has tended to be more lawful, but I think that's to greater or lesser extent...
Done.
He's a bun and crackle house.
Jeez, you do not like this place, Anna. But, I don't know, that's where I tend to lean personally, is toward lawful good, because... Honestly, I treat authority as a necessary evil, given how society is built right now, but the problem is... but at the same time, I'd be the first one to tear it down if it stops being for the good. I don't know. It's interesting to think about. So, in the meantime, might as well just see to other things. I've got a couple things to finish up, and my voice is definitely not liking me right now. So, thanks for watching. I hope this has been interesting thus far, and I'll see you all later.